Hello everyone, ciao a tutti. In this video I will be speaking in English so that everyone can understand this tutorial. This is my very first tutorial in Revit. If you have seen the previous video that I've posted 2 weeks ago, it was completely modeled in Revit. So now I will show you a very beginner level video on how to make a very simple room in Revit. So we will start by creating only walls. We're going to put a door, a window, and a floor and the ceiling. First of all, you have to open Revit on your PC. Okay, I've already opened it so that it doesn't take much time. Now this is going to be your interface. These are the previous projects that you've made before, but if you have just installed Revit, there will be only, I think, the examples of Revit. Now you have to choose new because we're going to make a new project, and then because we are working architecture, so we're going to choose the architectural template, and then we're going to hit OK. Of course a project, and then we're going to hit OK. When the model or when the program opens, you will find that the interface is going to be very vague. The elevations here that are going to show. First thing, this window is of the level 0. So, first thing we want to do is to control the units. So, to control the units, either you hit UN in your keyboard. If you write UN, you will find here the units. You have to make sure that the units are all in meter because we are going to work in meters in this video. We'll have to make meters, okay, and okay. So it's either you do this or you go to manage, and then you go to check here the project units, UN. If you can see here, there is a description. You have to click UN and you will find the same options that we have chosen before. So now it is set to meters. What we are going to do now is that we are going to control the levels that we have. So here we know that this is the plan of the level 0. So if we go to elevations and then double click on north or any other elevation, we will find here that there are already the default of Revit is always level 0 and level 1. Okay, here is the altezza. This is the length or the height of the level. So, for example, here the height has been set automatically to 4 meters. If you want to make it 3, we are going to double click on this, or just, one click on this number, and then we're going to type 3, enter. So once we do this, the automatic height becomes 3 meters. Now the first thing we want to do is we're going to left click on level 0, and then we're going to go to architecture tab, wall, or you can hit WA on the keyboard. When we hit wall, from here we have all of the options of the walls. For example, I'm going to choose one that is very simple. For example, I'm going to choose this one. You can also modify the walls. I will show you how in the coming videos. For example, I want to create a 5 meter, okay, width, and the length I want to make it 4. You just type the number on the keyboard, okay, and then here you can simply close the shape. So now you have got the wall in the 2D view in the plan of the level 0. Now if you want to see this in the 3D, you can either go here, default 3D view, just a click, and you can find here the model that you have built, okay. We go back to level 0. What we want to do now is just insert a very simple floor. First of all, just hit floor, and then here we are going to pick walls, okay. You have other options. I will talk to about these options later in my other videos, but now I will just do pick walls and then just select one click on each wall. Now the good thing about this option is that you can either reverse flip the pavement to be on the outside of the wall or the inner part of the wall. For example, I will make it on the outside part like this and then hit OK. If I go to the 3D to check it, as you can see, it's in the outer side of the wall. Okay, how about I just want it on the inner side? I will just use this flip, and as you can see, it's now only on the outer part. I will hit ctrl+s to get back to how it was before. So now what we want to do is we want to put this wall, if we have, for example, a multiple floor building, we will have to repeat this floor over and over. What I'm going to do now is I just select this, okay? So I select the floor, and then I go to copy to clipboard, and then paste. I'm going to choose align to selected levels, and then I'm going to choose level 1. Now it has been copied to level 1. Why doesn't this floor, for example, why doesn't the wall reach to this floor? Well, we can click one wall, okay, and then see here, why doesn't it reach to the floor from the properties here? If you can see here, the unconnected height is 2 meters and the top constraint is unconnected. We don't want that, because the height is 2 meters, while actually, if you can remember, the height here was 3 meters. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on this wall, select all instances, visible in view, so all the walls are selected, and from here we're going to make it up to level 1. So now they're all connected together. This is a very basic room that we have created. We could just put a door to this room, for example. We could put whatever door that we want. Also, we can load some doors. We will do this in the next videos. For example, here I just put a door, and you can see in the 3D. Okay, if you want this door, just hit, if you want to flip it, you just hit spacebar, and then you can flip it, as you can see right now, like I'm doing, either outside, inside, it could be on left or right side. So this is how you can control it, just by pressing the spacebar in the keyboard. Then the last thing we want to do is to put a window. We're just going to select window, and from here you can choose the different dimensions of the window. I will show you also in the other videos how you can modify the dimensions if you want a certain dimension that is not displayed here, and also how to download other types of windows in your model. Now, as we can see right here, this is the window that has been inserted. Of course, some of you might ask, how am I orbiting in the model? It is very simple to do so. You just press Shift on your keyboard and then right click with the mouse. You can rotate as much as you want. Now this is the window that we have inserted. As you can see here, the sill level, you can control it. For example, if you want it to be 1 meter from the floor, you can raise it by this, or for example, if you want it 0.9, however you want. And of course, from the edit type here, you can definitely control everything you want. You can control the height of the window, the width, and everything else. So this is how you create a very simple room with a door and a window. This is a very basic room. In the other videos, I will show you how to put furniture inside, and also how to control all of the parameters of the doors, the windows, and everything else, and make a shot for the interior. If you want other tutorials like this, please let me know in the comment section below, and thank you so much. See you soon.